Alright, let's do this one more time. How's it going, Gon here? The last 2 years have been crazy. I tried to jumpstart my own business 3 times and failed miserably. One Christmas day I hijacked the talk show and received Jagger's party quiz. Then because of the hijacking and apparent murder that occurred last October, my companion sales were put on a prize. And now, with everyone being wanted, we had no choice but to create the Gags Guild, an organization that sold fake Pokemon cards. It failed once again. But now, finally, we joined the mercenary economy. We don't know how it works, but I sure hope it's legal. I don't know how I got to this point. I don't know what caused all of this. What was my turning point here? Well, there's not much I can do. Except play Talking Tom!
Now open your wings, you can do it. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up to the top of the world.
Where do I start with Talking Friends? Phone. You're most definitely watching this on one.
Not exactly.
Talking Friends is just something. I don't know what happened in the last decade, but the franchise became a shadow of its former self, and that's undeniable. We used to have shit like this, and now Outfit 7 is clinging into their lives producing nobody wants. Just like every other mobile gaming company. But man, I remember how their stuff was the best, so let's reminisce on the old Talking Friends games. Mobile games in the late 2000s and early 2010s were the best. Angry Birds, Doodle Jump, Fruit Ninja, Plants vs Zombies, those old apps where you pretended to drink beer while being a minor? Those were the best. And one of the most popular apps at the time were the Talking Friends apps. Talking Tom, Talking Angela, Talking Ben, Talking Bacteria John. Yeah, they later got pretty creative with the apps they created, but let's begin with the one that started it all, the genesis of Talking Friends.
What the hell, boy?
The very first game from the Talking Friends franchise is Talking Tomcat, released in 2010. 2010, man, the year where we got Xenoblade Chronicles and Talking Tom. One of the best years of all time. Okay, so Talking Tom is pretty simple, just say something and he'll repeat after you in a high-pitched voice. Or you can just beat it out of him. You can even give milk to the little guy. When the app launched originally, it costed 99 cents, later for obvious reasons, the app became free, but some features were put behind a paywall of 99 cents. And what were those features? Make Tom play the cymbals, fart, throw a pie at the screen, or try to eat Larry the bird. Oh, finally! The first Talking Tom game was great, everyone who played it loved it and loved the concept. This game was the pioneer of the speak and repeat genre of mobile games. Damn, what a terrible name, how did I come up with this? If I rank Talking Tom the cat in a tier list, I would put it in the B tier, it's good for what it is. The game is great, but pretty simple, even at the time. So what did Outfit 7 do? Release the same game in less than a month, but this time with a baby hippo. It's Talking Baby Hippo. And this is a Talking M&M. It's honestly very impressive how hippos go from Talking Baby Hippo 2010 mobile game to murderous killing machines. Alright, so Talking Baby Hippo is very similar to Talking Tom, obviously, but with some neat new features. For example, you can feed carrots to Baby Hippo. He is not even closing his mouth, okay. You can pull a pacifier and force its way to his mouth, but he'll end up just spitting it out. Or you can just spam the button until the sun collapses itself. You can blow up a balloon, cool, and seize in the presence of a butterfly. Now that I'm thinking about it, he's one miserable baby. Baby Hippo is a weird game, but I love the aesthetic and the wax looking ass graphics. This one is going to the C tier. And guess what? Mere 14 days later, a new Talking Friends game released, Talking Larry the Bird. Isn't that swell? I love Talking Larry the Bird. This is one that I had installed in my phone as late as 2022 via illegal means. But don't blame me, blame Outfit 7 for removing it from the Play Store. Yes, they gave Larry Bird from the original Talking Tom his own game, and this one is by far the best one. What are we thinking about this title screen? In terms of animations, Talking Larry the Bird is very creative in that aspect. You can blow him up 2 different ways, you can kill him with lightning, and the best of all, play piano. The internet loves this bird, I see more memes about him than the main character. Larry is just him. Well, he was always him to me. Easy A tier. If you know me, you know that I hate Sonic the Hedgehog. But this next game has an hedgehog, so is it finally time to talk about a good hedgehog for once? Oh boy! I can't wait! Yeah, so talking Harry the Hedgehog, I don't like this one. I've never played this one until now, so I don't have any emotional connection, and that means I can say whatever I want about it. This game is ass. The graphics are certainly graphics, we have lame animations except the one where he just glows and turns into a ninja. Throughout Heaven and Epilogue, I alone am the enlightened one. Actually, this animation caused some controversy, funnily enough. Apparently Harry's bandana has the Rising Sun flag and some people did not like that, so Outfit 7 later removed it in 2012. My APK still has the flag, so I have the rare first edition print of Talking Harry the Hedgehog that I downloaded off the internet in 2024. Awesome. Back to the animations. The other animation turns Harry into Neo from the Matrix and you can throw cans at him. Yo, look, he did the thing! Yeah, so far, this is the worst Outfit 7 game I've taken a look at. I don't know if someone can top the sheer lameness of Harry the Hedgehog. E tier. Still better than Sonic Frontiers though. I love this one, I could talk about this one for hours! Did you see how he moves? I love when he does that. To put it simply, Talking Robbie the Robot is peak. Talking Robbie the Robot was a very unique game and it functioned in a different way compared to the other Talking Friends games. Instead of speaking to the mic and Robbie repeating it, well, you can still do that, you could just type the prompt and Robbie would repeat it, without any errors. But the best thing about Robbie is his dance. I love when he does that. Unfortunately, Robbie was one of the first games to get hit by the ban hammer. Some speculate it's due to copyright issues from Arçelik. Apparently, the robot model was similar to the mascot of a Turkish household appliance company, and due to the popularity of Talking Friends, the game had to be taken down. Rest in peace, Robbie the Robot. You'll always be the best. B tier for Roboy. Talking Rex the Dinosaur? What the f? This was official material from Outfit 7? How did 5-year-old me not know this? Alright, Rex the dinosaur, eats steak and he fights. So cool, this one is going to the D tier. Get it? D for dinosaur. I'm killing myself. One thing that I noticed with these 2010 Talking Friends games is how the character models came from the same place, a website called Turbo Squid. Even the original iconic Tom the Cat model came from Turbo Squid. We can even see the same model being used in something completely different called Leo le Chat.
Je m'approche de cette autre oreille, très jolie d'ailleurs, et je recrie.
I love when it... Even Santa's model from Talking Santa came from Turbo Squid. Speaking of which, oh my god Santa, take your ass out of the damn screen! And that's how I was prohibited from playing Talking Santa at 4 years old. We'll touch on Santa later on. Next up, Basilai. Did anyone actually play this? Like, Talking Bacteria John. I can play this one since it's iOS exclusive and I hate happiness, but from the gameplay I've seen, I'm glad I didn't have an Apple product growing up because this is terrifying. I don't like the way it laughs, it looks terrible, and the fact that he's a bacteria is even more terrifying. Thank God Outfit 7's contract with the model expired and they had to remove the game in 2015. Good riddance. Talking Bacteria John goes to the E tier. Being exclusive to iOS hurts a bunch. Moving over to 2011, this is the year where Talking Friends started to pop it off. Starting with Talking Gina. Talking Gina is just Talking Baby Hippo, but on steroids. You can feed her carrots, but hold on, wait for it. You can also feed her ice cream, lemonade, and water. Holy shit! But what completely sold me on Talking Gina was the minigame where you had to clap her hands and feet to the rhythm. That was fun. A tier. Next up, Talking Lila the Fairy. Did anyone actually play this? Yeah, Talking Lila is just one of those filler games Outfit 7 created before they had an idea of what the cast of characters they wanted. Like, this was the original Talking Friends cast in 2011. If they made a Talking Smash Friends Bros game, this would be a weak ass roster. Oh yeah, back to Talking Lila. I couldn't play this one since I didn't find a working APK, so this time I need to go off YouTube videos, and from what I've seen, it's actually not that bad. The animations are beautiful, you can change the background, she has a killer voice, however, her voice is just wrong. And I think the uploader of this video also agrees.
Some dumbass fairy from 2011 Outfit 7 who sings la 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 and committing crime plus life and lastly having a girl kid voice and a grow up woman boy, what the hell?
I agree, also they were abusing her for 7 minutes straight. Probably the only person who played Talking Lila for more than 5 minutes. Talking Lila goes to the C tier. Now here's what you've been all waiting for.
Bang.
The most popular dog on the internet. I swear you can put his face on the thumbnail and get money back guaranteed. I made my own research. I think I'm ready.
Bang. Yes.
So Talking Ben needs absolutely no introduction. It's honestly very surprising how even 3-year-olds know who Talking Ben from the 2011 app is. Talking Ben is full of new stuff. He starts reading a newspaper that changed almost every update. He can drink, eat them beans, and cook something in the lab. And of course, you can call up Ben and he answers your questions.
Bang.
Fellas, right now, I think Talking Ben is our first test here. Talking Ben was the evolution point of these games. So many more features, animations, emotion, graphics. We no longer have those cheaply made wax Turbo Squid models. This is Outfit 7 at its peak, but how will this peak last? Well, certainly it's gonna last a while, because our next game is Talking Tom 2. This is it? Outfit 7's best game! Talking Tom 2 is just a definition of perfection. Improved Tom design, an interactive background, mystery button, Ben, and also a button that makes Tom bring a giant iPhone with the original Talking Tom playing. And when Tom talks, the original Tom repeats him and vice versa. I liked this feature when I was a kid. On the original Talking Tom, you could make Tom fart, but now you can make Ben fart at Tom. He got what he deserved. Later, Outfit 7 did something they never did before. Customization. You could now customize Tom's looks, the background, the accessories next to Tom, obviously with a price. It was awesome and made each experience more unique. Now that we have Ben and Tom, what do you think they did next?
Awesome.
Close enough. Talking Tom and Ben news, and folks, I have history with this one. My first ever video on YouTube was me doing random on this game 10 years ago. But hey, those videos are long lost now and don't expect me to mention them again. Back to the game. The main gimmick of Talking Tom and Ben news is horizontal gameplay, and upload videos on an in-game screen. This might be the single thing to sell me on Talking Tom and Ben news. You can put whatever video you want, the entire Oppenheimer movie? Actually, there's a limit. Slapping this bad boy into the S tier. Now, hold on a sec, I think I hear something in the kitchen. Oh my god, it's Talking Pierre!
Download Talking Pierre now for free.
You should do it. Talking Pierre is nothing short of a great time. This game introduces Pierre the parrot, which originally looked like this if you saw this on the App Store when the game came out. The game's plot is that Pierre lives in Tom's kitchen and he doesn't like him. Then proceeds to throw a pan, play guitar and turn on a blender. But sadly, things caught up to him and Pierre gets killed by a tomato in the streets of Chicago. Oh yeah, spoiler alert! This one is going straight to A tier. Now it's finally time to touch on Talking Santa, and I can confidently say that I was allowed to play this one at age 5. No ass flash in this one. Yeah, strangely they introduced one of the most popular characters on the Talking Tom franchise in the game of a retired character. Fun. Talking Santa meets Ginger is the same thing as Talking Santa, but now we have Tom's nephew, Ginger. The fun part of these Santa games is the postcards. This stuff was life-changing in 2011. The Talking Santa games go to B tier. We're finally in 2012, and I can't wait to see what Outfit 7 has in store for us this time. Who the fuck is that? So Tom's love letters is lame. I get that they tried to make a cutesy game to send postcards to your loved ones, but the main elements that you see on Talking Friends aren't present here. And since I love repetitive stuff, this one is going to the F tier. Hold on guys, I think Christmas sent me something. Well, I guess we have to take a look at Tom's Messenger. I've never touched Tom's Messenger in my life, but I remember those old commercials for the game that went pretty hard. Basically, Tom's Messenger is a Talking Tom / Angela game that its main gimmick is recording and sending videos of Tom saying stuff. Man, I thought it was just like the commercials. I want my house to be obliterated by Talking Tom cat. Say less. E tier. If Tom's love letters wasn't enough, they made Tom Loves Angela, an actual Talking Tom game with Tom and Angela. This game is actually pretty good and I played this one a lot back then, but why didn't they just release this one instead of love letters? Pretty good. Ginger can kill Tom, by the way. B tier. Speaking of Ginger, it only took 3 games for him to get his own game. Talking Ginger. What? He talks? This one actually takes place on the bathroom of all places. And you know what? I love this approach. In Talking Ginger there's a lot of stuff to do, actual stuff that incentivizes you to play, for a certain amount of time at least. All of the animations revolve around the hygiene routine. Take a shower, dry your hair, brush your teeth, and scroll toilet paper? Oh, okay. By doing these requirements, you unlock a puzzle piece that when you do it 8 more times, you unlock the full image. And how many puzzles does the game have? I wonder if someone actually managed to get all the pictures without spending a penny. When I go back to these old games, I always go back to Talking Ginger. It's a fun time playing this one, and because of that, I'm gonna place Talking Ginger in the S tier. The next 2 games are hard to rank since they only function properly with Talking Friends Superstar toys. That I don't have, but hey, I've got time. Let's nag about games I can't play and rank them unfairly. Talking Friends Superstars. These toys looked so good on the commercials and videos, Tom and Friends even went to Hollywood to promote them. I wanted these toys so much when they came out that I printed an image of one of the toys and slapped that bad boy on a piece of cardboard. You need to understand ordering stuff online from the US in 2012 in Portugal was kinda sketchy and new at the time. From what I understood, these toys interacted with the games, made jokes and some random stuff. There were a lot like this in this era. I remember the 2012 Furbies also had an interactive app that went along with them, and it went perfectly. And this app, Talking Friends Superstars, functioned with the toys. F tier. I'm sorry, but what am I supposed to say to an app that doesn't work? And this thing is just that. An app, a program to trigger something on a toy. It's not a game to do things. And I have almost the same feelings to I Want to Be Big. But with this one, you actually get something. The whole app is just a story of how Ginger wants to be big, classic nursery rhyme. You can use with or without the superstar toys, but it isn't the same without them. The app is just very boring, F. Alright, I gotta be careful with this one. This is by far the most problematic game of the series, and I better watch my words. If anything happens, it's your fault, Brookouts. Talking Angela is a perfectly fine game with a nice protagonist with nice mouth, great side characters, fun features, funny drinks, great customization. Everything is normal in Talking Angela. And that's where I lied. See, I said I should be careful with my words, but man, how many years have passed since you heard about the Talking Angela incident? It should be fine now to spill the beans, right? Okay, so around 2013, rumors spread through the internet, mostly from moms on Facebook, about someone spying on the player while playing Talking Angela, because you can make out the reflection of someone on Angela's eyes, and the fact that the main feature of Talking Angela was chatting with her encouraging the player to write stuff about them and Angela responding. Everyone believed it was spyware. Even PewDiePie made a video about Talking Angela back in the day. Also it appeared on the news, but PewDiePie is more important than the news. Even some cases appeared of children being missing after playing Talking Angela. What was happening?
It was all phony.
Yeah, this whole situation was just a big misunderstanding. Outfit 7 apologized, even if it wasn't their fault, and removed the chat feature and replaced it with the talk and repeat feature from the previous games. What a shame. I know the chat feature was a bit weird, but I preferred it over the new one. It made stuff more unique. Also, it was funny when you swore at Angela and she sent you your location. Good times. 8 years for Talking Angela. Angela's Valentine is the next step on the human devolution. Who asked for this? Another Tom's Love Letters. This game functions the same way as a letter, but now with the video running in the background. Now in defense of Angela's Valentine, these songs are a bop. I love these songs and I'm sure you love too, if you were addicted like me. This app was just made to promote the music, I think. There's no real reason for it to exist, but since they used great songs and I'm a nice person, I'm giving it an E tier. Another iOS exclusive. Does Outfit 7 just hate Android users? Talking Friends Cartoons is just a player for a Talking Friends cartoon. Who knew? It's weird actually. So Disney, of all companies, made a cartoon for Talking Friends in 2012 featuring Tom, Ben, Ginger, Angel, Gina and Pierre. I watched the entire thing when it came out and I liked it. However, where's Rex? This marked the end of some Talking Friends. Harry, Robbie, Rex, Baby Hippo, Lila, John, they're gone, and after the cartoon, Pierre and Gina were cut. What can I say, Outfit 7 is a monster that enjoys killing innocent animals. I'm surprised PETA never made a Talking Butcher parody. Okay, that sounds stupid. Talking Friends Cartoons is one of the most useless apps I've ever encountered. I don't need to own it to know that. F tier. Now we're entering the final game of what I like to call the Talking Friends era of Outfit 7. Later on the series would change its name to Talking Tom and Friends, or a mouthful. And here's the final game. Wait, what? Again? Our final game for the night is Ginger's Birthday, now known as Talking Ginger 2. Yup, It was a secret sequel all this time. Talking Ginger 2 has a similar structure to the first game, with doing some certain tasks to unlock puzzles, but now it happens in Ginger's birthday. And now you need to feed him bananas, do this for 5 minutes, and play this extremely addicting minigame which is better than the entire Talking Angela game lineage. You can even eat together with Ginger... Okay, what the hell is that? And I'm proud to put Talking Ginger 2 at the B tier. It was a fun one. And that was the end of the Talking Friends era. In late 2013, My Talking Tom released, and Outfit 7 created a new meta with the My games. My Talking Tom, My Talking Tom 2, My Talking Angela, My Talking Angela 2, My Talking Hank? Who the f is Hank? But these aren't that bad. Deep down, Outfit 7 never changed. They always released copies of the same game all the time in the beginning, and they still do it nowadays, just with a newer formula. It's been fun, but hey, I've got to go. Apparently I'm no longer allowed to live in the place where a crime scene happened. What crime? Spilling the beans about Talking Angela. I'm screwed. I hope they don't know I'm wanted. The Outfit 7 ninjas should be here right now.